Welcome to Daily Tax Savings. This is Tony Novak here to share viewpoints on saving taxes and staying out of tax trouble. Today's topic is installment agreements. Now, an installment agreement is when you owe the IRS money and you make an agreement to pay it to them. It's really as simple as that. Most of what is published and what we read about and self-help type of stuff focuses on the technical aspects of it. What's required? What are the IRS rules? Those kinds of things. We don't do this on this show. We focus on your concerns as a middle market, middle income, small business owner, perhaps consumer in that situation. So we're focusing on what's important to you. So let's go through a few of those things. Now's a good time to do that because I've had it come up with a few clients this past week. So the first thing is an installment agreement is obviously a more formal agreement. You don't need to have an installment agreement to pay the taxes you owe. The fact is that IRS will take the money anytime, any way you have it. If you don't need to set up any kind of agreement. I often get questions. Well, it's April 15th. I can't pay it, but I can pay it in 2 months. Fine, pay it in 2 months. You'll have a little bit of interest and penalty, but it's not worth setting up an installment agreement for something as simple as that. The fact is, you'll pay the money when you have the money, and that's the reality. Installment agreement or no installment agreement. So what's the benefits of an installment agreement? There are several. One is that it stops the active collections process. You might be getting calls either from IRS. They're sending cases to outside agencies. You may be annoyed by that. It may be stressful getting those letters and calls. So it'll stop that process. But really, that's just that's a psychological benefit. It doesn't really do anything in dollars and cents for you. A more tangible benefit is that it avoids a tax lien. If IRS is threatening to put a lien on your house, or your business, or bank account, it'll stop that. That won't happen if there's an installment agreement in force that's being followed. So that is a real tangible benefit. I'm going to point out particularly important if you're trying to get a mortgage. So I would say that's the number one reason to do an installment agreement. If you're thinking about getting a mortgage, you want to have an installment agreement in force before you apply for that. And a warning about that: if you ignore all of those collection letters, and often I get a case after the IRS is threatening already to levy the bank account, or they've done so in the past, it's too late to gain that benefit. You still gain all the other benefits of an installment agreement, but that lien that's already placed on your house, your property, your business, that's not going to go away. We can work on getting it away, but it won't immediately go away just because we establish an installment agreement. So the time to do an installment agreement is before there's a lien on your property. We get into different types of installment agreements. I'm not going to do that here today, but just wanted to emphasize those few basic points to remember if you owe the IRS money. It just makes sense to talk it through. I'm available either online, social media. I'm easy to reach for general discussion, or if you want to talk privately one-on-one, that's easy to do. Also, find me at the website taxproblems.cpa that has my personal contact information, and we'll set a time to talk. I will be back tomorrow with another Tax Savings Minute.